welcome back to another episode of NCP. My name is Staz, and it's a long overdue episode. I apologize for that, but hey, I'm here right now, and we're going to be talking about some Star Wars. Like I said, I'm flying solo today, and I'm trying out something new, putting some video overlay for this as well, so you can look at something if you want to look at something. But if not, no big deal. So, I guess the big thing at the end of this year, beginning of next, or into next year, 2016, is Star Wars. I gotta say that Episode 7 was really, really good, and look forward to a spoiler review with me and a couple other friends, so we can really get into the nitty-gritty about the what we liked, didn't like. But one thing I wanted to talk about is, with the love of Star Wars and how Episode 7 is doing, what I really want to talk about, just for a little bit, this will be a little bit of a quick video, is more or less the prequels. So, there are two, I guess you can say, two camps of people that are Star Wars fans. You have Camp A, or Group A, that love the original trilogy and think the prequels were, horrible, disgusting, and they should never have been made. Camp B is, I guess you can say, the apologists of the Star Wars fans that try and come up with reasons and explanations for example, like the Jar Jar Binks Darth Sith theory, or whatever that's called, that tries to explain a character that was pretty mundane and dumb in Phantom Menace into this more grandiose, like, oh my god, he really is something better theory. But I want to talk about the prequels in here, in this video, and what I really want to bring up is how people react and or judge other fans, I guess you can say, about Star Wars. For me, I love all Star Wars. Episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including Episode 7, original trilogy, prequel trilogy, Ian McGregor as, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Hayden Christensen, even people, he has horrible acting, whatever. But what I really want to kind of mention is that if you think of the prequels in the sense of it's all part of a larger story that leads up into the Episode 7, if you think of it that way, I think people can appreciate the prequels in a much better way. Now, I'm also reading this book called The Secret History of Star Wars, and with the prequels, most of it takes place, or in the book, I highly recommend it, by the way. Most of it does talk about how Episode 4, 5, and 6 were made, but a lot of people, I think, has this misnomer, or this misinformation about Lucas had all this planned out, back in the late 70s and then early 80s, which that isn't the case. Everything has an ebb and flow with it. He wasn't expecting Episode 4 or A New Hope, to do so well. And I guess the cool thing about it is that he then reacted and changed the lore and history to fit his future projects. And this happened also with the prequels. And I will say, and in the book they do mention the original treatment of the prequels and stuff like that, that really you don't need to the prequels. You don't need to see Episode 1 and 2. And Episode 3, in my opinion, is the best prequel, and it's the one that if you don't ever want to mention or see, you can watch Episode 3. Now, granted, some structure that leads up into it, like who really is Count Dooku, what's going on with this, Clone War. You really, if you want to know more about it, you would then watch it. But in the same vein as Episode 4, A New Hope, it gives you that vagueness that, hey, there's some sort of war going on, and something's going on with the Republic, and with that, there's this secret Dark Lord and stuff like that who is trying to then take over and wipe out all the Jedi and stuff like that. So, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is there are each film Episode 1, or Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith, each one has their own special moments. I think that still makes them worthy of a Star Wars, or being in Star Wars. That, I don't get why people will crap on them so much. I'm a huge, huge fan of Collider Video, and the main host there, John Campea. He craps on the prequels like, he's taking throwing away garbage almost. Which, he's entitled to, for his own opinion and stuff like that. But lately, with a lot of people, with Episode 7, I think because Episode 7 was made so well, I think we're going to get a little bit of a shift in the way that the prequels are looked at. Not as oh, these movies are so bad, why were they ever made? But hey, these movies actually aren't that bad, but they fit into a much grander story. And, looking back at them now, they actually do that. I think that after seeing Episode 7 a couple of times already, I think they actually fit into the lore. You're basically reading like an epilogue, in a sense. And, or is it epilogue, or I'm sorry, prelogue, a prelogue into for Star Wars and stuff like that. So I just wanted to kind of throw those thoughts out there and kind of start warming up the pot, as they say, because we're going to be making a lot more videos. Don't know whether or not it's going to be on weekly or bi-weekly, but definitely going to try and get as much videos as we can for 2016 out, as stuff like that. And of course, the beard Michael Guadi will be helping with those, making videos with me. So until next time, I look forward to hearing from you guys in the following year, 2016, and go see Star Wars. Go see it a lot. Do it.